Howdy there. Now I'm gonna just talk straight from the hip what I think. It's become really clear to me that countries are not really run by the people anymore. They're run by a few elite who make all the rules. They don't care what the mass people believe or think. They just follow their agenda, even though it's not good for the people. I mean, for me, you only have to look at these pandemic rules and regulations to see that most of them, or a lot of them, don't make any sense. But it's all about control. And I'm not holding my breath to see that justice will be done in America at the moment, because the elite are in positions of complete power and will smother the truth or confuse it enough. You see, I believe they don't really want Trump back in because he's not controllable. Now Biden is a perfect puppet, the same as Obama was. Of course, I'm not American, it's just my opinion. But even my country is being controlled by the elite. And also tell me who Venezuela is run by. Yes, that's correct. And it really does make me wonder about my homeland, Canada. It has changed so much since Trudeau is in and got in the second term, even though I don't believe it was the people's vote that got him there. Now, if you talked to me a few years ago, I wouldn't believe it was possible. It would be too big. But I do believe it is possible now because I've seen it. And maybe because I feel a lot more confident now to be more out in the open instead of in behind somewhere. And it's kind of funny because my father's generation would never ever have stood for that. And I don't believe my generation would stand for it either. But the newer generations are not very strong-willed, are they? But what they don't seem to realize is they're losing their freedom. They're losing choice. And I'm very glad that I lived when I did, because we had it all. Choice. Freedom. And I kept on looking over the hill for the cavalry to arrive, but it don't look like it's coming. Because if the people or the population aren't willing to make a stand and accept things as they are, then they've given up, haven't they? And I know some people who live in small towns somewhere or wherever and say, oh, it hasn't affected me. It affects all of us, eventually. I've noticed my quality of life has gone down greatly. And I don't know whether you've noticed, but they promoted the snitch sort of routine on people, where you should snitch on your neighbor. I believe in 1944 they had such people going around too, but people will have forgotten about that. I haven't. At the moment I feel a little bit doom and gloomy. Maybe you noticed. What I'd like to see is something happening that actually changes direction of where it's going right now. Oh well. There's always tomorrow, isn't there? Or is there? Take it easy.